Welcome, guys. This is Diamond. It's all about relationship, marriage, and choice of a life partner. We're here to take an interview with Mr. David and Miss Beatrice about double dating. I know you will enjoy this. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the interview. All right, guys. Welcome. I don't know. We've been having some kind of calls and some kind of questions bothering people here and there, mostly about relationship and dating. And one of the most striking among them is the matter of double dating. I know you've heard of the word double dating, right? Okay. And so I want you to tell our audience what you understand by the word double dating. When you hear the word double dating, what comes to your mind, generally?
Okay, when we talk about that, to my own understanding, being in a relationship, not just one person, but probably maybe 2 or 3 persons. And I believe we all have our priorities in a relationship. Let me just take, for instance, we have so many people that date because of one reason or another. You're keeping somebody because you love that person, or like you're keeping the other person because you get money from him, or for some kind of business person to that person. So I'm the kind of person that I give it one woman, one man, one woman in a relationship. So with dating at the end of the day just causes a lot of confusion. It takes more of your time, less understanding, and also puts you in a stage that
this seems to be
making decision, it's really going to be more difficult for you at the end of the day.
Wow. You know, I said it seems like an encyclopedia. You seem like an encyclopedia in double dating. Like it's a special course. Alright? Because I actually wanted an introduction, but you even went beyond the introduction. Alright, that makes sense. And I will still come back to you on this. I see you have a lot to say about it. Miss Beatrice, what do you have to tell us about double dating generally?
Generally, yes. Right. Dating is when you are in a relationship, not just one person. You're in a relationship, a love relationship. There are types of relationship. Okay, there are types of relationship. You're in a love relationship with more than one person. You're double dating. There are kind of relationship. We have relationship that are friendship, understand, and all sorts of them. If you're in a love relationship with not just one person, then you are double dating.
Okay. Now, Mr. Dave just made a point now. And I will want you, Ms. Beatrice, to answer maybe on behalf of the ladies. You know, there are some ladies, we can't just come here and be judgmental. You know, a lot of people try to stick to one partner, but something went wrong. Maybe he doesn't have what it takes to take care of them, and she's been waiting for like 5 years. The guy is still not ready to get married, but she loves him more than every other person around. Now here's another person coming to her. She doesn't really love that Mr. B like A, but due to the fact that one is not ready, it's not financially ready, and this one is ready, she wants to keep both of them because she doesn't want to lose any. What do you have to say about that kind of situation?
Okay. You talk about being ready. It depends on the individual. If you are ready, you should be able to settle for the person who is also ready. Do you understand? Now, I'm not talking about being financially buoyant, like the word financially buoyant. Somebody always tell me something. You say, no matter how little you start, there's always a determined mind who will always get the chance. You understand? If you can get that, there's always, no matter how small you're starting, you will always get big when you have a determined heart. So if you can capture a guy who is ready and determined and has a vision colliding with yours, as in making sure that your vision is aligning, now let me use that word, aligning with yours, and you know that that's the purpose of God. My dear, I don't think the dating will make sense in that aspect, because you're only slowing down, as you said, slowing down yourself as a lady. Now, ladies, when it comes to the ages now, wise now, you discover that we are always running faster. So for you to slow down yourself, please don't do it. But if you really are ready, and the guy is also ready, I always advise you, please go for somebody who is ready and determined. Determined now has to come with the guy, knowing his vision and his purpose. And you know that you are convinced in your heart that this person is the person who is, God is laying it to your heart, and you're convinced beyond every reasonable doubt that this person is the person for you. My dear, I just say you should just focus on the person who is ready. But the guy may have finances and still not be ready.
Okay.
Yes.
So based on all you said, Mr. David, do you think dating has anything to do with greed? Because a lot of dating is not because the first one is fair and the other is down. A lot has to do with one party being more financially buoyant, if you observe. So do you think it has anything to do with greed, or selfishness? I don't know. Well, have you ever had any experience like that, or you have a close party that has had that kind of experience? How does it feel? Do you think it's because of greed?
First things first. I think when you're dating somebody, that would when you contend with the person, it goes a lot. You understand? It helps you a lot. Now, having a partner who is not content with whatever thing you tend to give to them at the end of the day causes a lot of confusion, and that's when those people tend to give other parties room for dating and also whatever thing it might be at the end of the day. But I don't really feel that dating is nice. It's not. Now, I'll give you my reasons. I believe that every individual that you meet has a potential. And that potential might not easily be seen immediately, but definitely it will come. So if you're patient with your partner and then you want to go with that person and your mind is set for that person, I believe that you should go for that person. Irrespective whether he has money or he doesn't have money. The money definitely will come because we believe that blessings come with marriage. So if we can as well try to see how we'll just be focused. A lot of us tend to get temptations here and there. You understand? Both the men and the women when you were inside relationships. But everything still drives back to what you want. If your mind is made up that, okay, this is the lady that I want to settle for. This is the guy I want to settle for. And with God being by your side, definitely everything will go smooth. So both the guys and the ladies, we all get temptations from other people. Because you can never meet a partner who is perfect. One. You definitely see the lapses of one and then see another one.
Right? But you know what they said? They said whenever a woman cheats, she cheats because of love. But a man doesn't really cheat because of love. It will be because of lust. So the man can be with the woman he loves and then get a plane out there, and do you call that obligation? Like he just tried to hit a little game outside and return. What do you have to say about that? All right, let me ask the lady now, so that we won't be biased in this case.
For me, I would say I wish such kind of guys, their friends will attach them with pregnancy. Then
that's a little bit weak.
then I would socialize with them, I believe in love. Love is a beautiful thing. When you get to know about love, you understand? Love is a very beautiful thing when you get to know more about it. But when you feel you want to touch here and touch there, the devil can be so much. I always say that a guy, okay, there's something that Joshua Selman always say. Yeah, Joshua Selman or Pastor Kingsley Ogunko. Yes, he will say that a guy naturally will enter a particular room and he will start scanning. His eyes will now be roaming about. That's what he is. He will now be roaming about, looking at each of them is possibilities for him. But a lady will now be thinking, categorically now, will be thinking, hi, this one could be a husband material, such things like that, you know. Somebody will say, another person will say, men are born to be flex. You understand? But I always say
I would like to see that somebody.
I always say that yes, it could be that,
Okay.
but there is something.
You concur to an extent.
No, to some
Okay.
extent,
All right.
some people will, let's say 85 or 90% of guys who are not under the spirit of self-control, the fruit of self-control, would practically, practically walk towards this theory now.
Men
I
are
would say,
polygamous.
yes, men are, yeah, that's the word now, you know. But I always say that men, anybody who is under the word of God, who is under God's spirit, who is under the spirit of God, they always possess the spirit of self-control. And those kind of people are rare. Those men are rare. So for you to get those kind of people, you must be able to denote those people that carry the spirit of God. Because naturally, okay, I have a friend that will always say he loves busty ladies and he loves a lady who has a ego. Do you understand? But his babe is not like that. But because he knew that this is the will of God.
I hope it's not someone I know.
You know, this is the will of God. And he discovered that this is the will of God. So they come with your busty and whatever. He still sticks around. You understand? Simply because he knows where he's coming from. And where he's coming from the background of the Rema. You know, when you come from the Rema, you know that you're not thinking like an ordinary person. So when the ordinary person coming with their flirty kind of character, you will always be telling them that if you're under the control of the Holy Spirit, you will always overcome as a man. That's
All right, thanks a lot. I once read a book because of how the book was captured, and I read the whole of that book in a single day. And the title is Things I Wish I Knew Before I Got Married by Gary Chapman. And one of the major points he raised, it was from the early chapters, either chapter 1 or 2, he said, I wish I knew that love has two faces. That means the first face of the love is the love that acts like gravity. You just feel like to call the person, you feel like, like that butterfly in your belly, and all those things. But later on, that fades. And then you now go to the extent where you don't feel it, but you still stick based on commitments. Now, I want to ask you something, Mr. Nick. What do you think about the commitment level of this generation? A lot of people will tell you, you meet the person and you'll be like, I love this guy, or I love this lady. But a few days down the line, ask her, she'll be like, I don't feel anything about it. Should it be about me? Because a lot of people combine a lot of people because he makes me feel good. He makes me feel like a woman. Okay. He makes me feel the shawarma taste. He makes me feel the pizza taste. Like everybody has a segmentation of the feeling. So what will you tell, supposing you have a mentoring class with the young ladies, what will you tell them about faithfulness? No, you talk about the men. She will talk about the women. So we don't be biased. So what will you tell the young men about faithfulness? That second stage of the love aspect.
Okay, see, like naturally, men are hunters, men are fishermen.
Okay.
You don't get that. Do you understand?
Yes.
So now, a man God has actually put that in every man. Yeah? We are hunters naturally. We get it. And then we fish out.
So you catch the scumbia, then crayfish, and
same thing God has also put in your heart as well for every human being. Yeah?
okay.
Now, there are certain things that we tend to look out in ladies. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And like I said, like what she mentioned few seconds ago, you can never get someone who is actually complete. It's either maybe this is what you're looking for and this is what you get. Just like you know that this is what we always want. What you always want, you don't always get it because what God always wants for us is different from what we want for ourselves. So I feel that commitment, in the sense that if you go to God and then you preach to Him about yourself, he knows who is actually switching for you. And when that person comes, it's left up to you. Because see, temptations will never stop coming. Temptations will never stop coming. The moment will never stop coming. So you decide from your own heart, like, okay, I've made up my mind that this is the person I want to stick with. What if when your mind is actually convinced
and you fell into one of them? Is it called obligation, or should you confess to her since you want to be faithful?
The thing, everything still falls back to you. You have everybody say, you can control it. Hold it. Yeah. There's time for everything. Do you understand? You don't need to rush it. You've talked with your partner. Do you understand? Okay, you don't want this. You don't want sex before marriage.
Why should
you make a commitment? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you guys have actually made that commitment, okay, you need to get down there. So calm down. Everything takes a gradual process at the end of the day. Whatever thing you're looking for in that woman, you have it there. So everything still drives back to discipline. Forget it, they'll tell you, but you know, if I would, but you still would have moved your body. Everything is just a matter of time. Since you've made that commitment with her, and then you pray to God about it, God sees your heart, and if truly this is what you asked Him about, He will confidence you.
You know what you just said now? It will just be like the typical me. You said, let's say I asked the lady, and we are going out together, and we made a commitment not to have any intimacy before marriage, and then you go ahead and have intimacy with another person. I think it's finished. The fulfillment of the scripture that said it is finished. Why we are committed to stay and watch it, then you are now having it somewhere else. It's like, is it like I am not waking? I'm waking normally. It's just that we ask ourselves to wait, and then you are now getting it. You're not getting from another world outside. I think you should just go with that person. Yes. All right. So what you have some younger generation, contemporaries. What do we have to tell them about faithfulness? You know, especially for the female folk. I don't feel anything again. That there's this feeling. He makes me feel some things. Initially, when he sent me text first thing in the morning, even before morning devotion, and it seems as if he even loves me more than God. But right now, he just looks at me and what will you tell them about that?
When you look at all of those things, then I used to have two kind of friends. They are so opposite. So opposite, okay. You know, the other one can it's going. They always say people are different when it comes to expressing. That was my story. So this guy, she would talk to his babe. She asked her how was the day, how did it go, and as I said, my day was when she give me a full explanation of how your day went. The other one, just how was the day fine? Good. Just good. Stop. And you be imagine that you just came out of this kind of relationship and you're entering this one. How will you send? How will you?
You understand people are different.
You know, people are different, and if you don't have that mentality that people are different,
yes.
You know, you'll be feeling like this one don't love you. Do you get it? You feel like this one doesn't love you, and you will keep complaining. You will not go further to ask me how they really went. You know, so you should know that when it comes to commitment. I read a particular book. I can't really place my hand on the title of it. You say that in love, the first stage of love is shaking. You know, as it migrates, it looks as if it's depreciating.
That's why it's not the same thing.
It looks as if it's depreciating, but it isn't. You know, maybe commitment has come and choked the love, and you feel like the guy doesn't still love you, but the love is still there. But as time goes on, 15 years after, you still keep knowing this guy. People keep growing. You understand? The guy you get married today and you think that the person, okay, after 3 years, is no longer calling me when it was, very fresh. He used to call me and all of those things. And now he doesn't. You should be able to communicate. You understand? Every relationship should have a place for communication. So if you feel such, then you communicate with him and know why. Okay, I used to have a relationship where at some point, if I tell him something, he always remembers. But when he started working and all of those things, you will tell me something yesterday night. Then in the morning you
he's busy now.
You will not ask him. He will not be asking you, did you say something like this? I will become so mad. I will like, wait, is it that this between this yesterday and today you couldn't just remember? But you see, and he used to be very sharp, you know. The thing was really pissing off. But when I was now asking him, how is your day? You discover that he was so busy at work, So sometimes it could be the nature of his work that has really taken his time. Then you as a lady, you know, ladies really want care and attention, you know. So the guy should not neglect that part, no matter how busy you are. But when it comes to commitment, okay, I'm talking about commitment. You know, you should be able, the both parties should be able to ensure that whatever agreements they have made they should be able to keep it. Now, if I get fed up with a commitment, for example, I tell a guy, guy, I'll wait for you no matter what. You know, girls and people make that kind of commitment. I'll wait for you maybe 5 years. No matter how much you will, as long as you say it's me and going together, I'll wait for you.
Peter saying, I can't deny you.
Yes, you know, at some point then a rich, handsome guy, dreaming guy, comes around.
See where it's confusion. You see where the confusion comes.
You know, at that point, you will now feel like, time is running as a lady, you know, 5 years, 6 years, and the guy is not making any moves.
Okay, let me cut a bit here. Time is running, and the guy is not making moves, and you love another. Now, this is my question. Should you keep the both of them or end it with A before meeting B?
Yes, that's
Should
what
you
I'm
be
going
playing,
to.
alright?
You know, I said from the beginning that if you have made a commitment with this guy and another thing guy comes around, I said communication is very important. Just this guy. See, please, 5 years, what is it now? Guy, say something. What are you seeing?
What degree are we running?
What are you seeing? You know, you have to talk. Communication should, you know, if you lack it, no matter how the relationship is, if you lack it, it's still exists.
Yes.
Do you understand? That is how it is. You must be able to communicate. If the guy is no longer giving you the assurances, please, I beg in the name of God, for you. Do you understand? Because the assurances in a relationship is just like conviction.
Yes.
Do you understand? The assurances in any relationship is just like conviction. It's like an agreement that they will have to sign and say, okay, this contract is binding, Abi. But where there's no reassurances in the relationship, it's pack. Because the guy can still keep you and still be running things elsewhere. And you will not know. Do you understand? You won't know.
It's just extra costs. Speaking extra.
So you just talk to him and say, you could even do it in a mild way, a very simple way, and say, please, I know it's very hot, you know, but I can't keep waiting for you. And just in a very friendly way, as people who live a relationship that still best for friends. You understand? Something like that.
I believe it's the courage people don't have. Don't you think? Like, they don't have the courage to end the relationship. Some people are in an abusive relationship. They see someone else that suits their spec, but they don't have the courage. Okay, how will this guy feel after all these years? They feel like, I know people that maybe they end their relationship and they feel guilty about it. Like anytime they feel guilty for ending an abusive relationship. What advice do you have to give such people? Shouldn't you end a relationship that is not going anywhere? As she said, 5 years and there is no assurance. I think that's just 2 years more, 1 year more. You will just be a certified medical doctor if you are running the medical course, right? And there is no assurance, you're just waiting for the guy. And this lady now breaks up with the guy. And she's now feeling bad about it. Or the guy breaks up with the lady. You know, there are ladies too that pause guys. Delay you and tell you that, and that delay mostly is not because they are not there, it's just because they are still taking time to analyze. They want to analyze and choose well. Good. So in that situation now, what would you advise your best friend?
Well, not really going to be an easy task. But honestly speaking, communication is key. So if truly and genuinely I actually know that he loves this lady and she loves him back, we can still go to work again. Do you understand? And like what I said, actually, patience is actually key in a relationship. Now, you're seeing this person and then you know that things will not always be the way you used to be. But then that's forever. Okay. So, you know that this person definitely someday, somehow, will become great. And since you've seen that potential in that person, if you can still wait a little bit further, but once you must have had that talk with that person, you should know, are you still forging or not?
You know, most ladies don't see potential. It's
Thank you.
now.
They want what they want now. I'm a victim actually. So it's something that you know that
Sorry about
time to come definitely. You know, we'll get there. It's just a gradual process. Do you understand?
Yeah.
See,
There will be a part two
whatever
of this.
whatever person that you're seeing today, they've actually gotten to that place where they are. The difference between we and them is just
Yeah.
do you understand? Because things change overnight.
Yeah.
God can change your wine to your water to wine anytime. You need to of an eye, and before you know anything,
Once you just
everything
go
changes. Do you understand? I've seen situations whereby guys leave ladies, or rather ladies leave their guys because of other guys who actually have them, or rather because they feel that this one is more buoyant and is more stabilized at the end of the day. And then give them few weeks, few months from then, the other person is something else that you can't even compare with the current person they're going out with. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So everything, I still believe that if I truly love this lady and she truly loves me back, so let's sit down, let's communicate, let's talk better. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is what we're passing through at the end of the day. Can you still wait? But if she knows that, okay, this is your challenges, this is what you're passing through, and she knows that definitely you know a little time you can put things together. Like what you said actually. See, it's not about starting big. We can start from wherever it is, and then we can grow together. But my problem with most ladies nowadays, can they be content to stay with a guy just in a single room and go with him? Not one, not two, not three couples. I've seen more than 10 couples today who they've like talked with them. And they will tell me that daily, I started with my husband when he had nothing. Probably we were just staying just self-contained, not as big as maybe just.
You know, a lady that says all those things are lies. No one.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
Like, but if you see these people today, like even before they even got married to them, they were like, yeah, you want to do this? You should say this
Is the best you can do for yourself?
Like this is your best decision you made. And then at the end of the day, you just see that things actually turn around. So the most important is just that, see, you should pray about everything, you should communicate, be positive about life. You know that definitely things will change someday, somehow.
You know, this thing you just said now, that's exactly what happened to Nathaniel Bassey. I was listening to one of his documentaries and he said that was why every of his wedding anniversary, he takes his wife abroad. Every of the anniversary, he takes her abroad. Because her sister told her, is this the best you can do for yourself? Marrying somebody that just plays normal music there, they were seen as vagabonds. When he wanted to even marry her, he told her that he's not as rich as the bank guys or oil guys. But today, those oil guys and bank guys are nothing compared. Even the managers are nothing compared to what he makes in a day.
Just that.
Alright, so what you're actually saying is true. As I said, you're going to have a part two of this, but you guys are really... No, I've not concluded yet. But from all you said, I've captured some C's and C's and C's in the inside. I'm trying talking about dating, which is synonymous to courtship, and you mentioned commitment, mentioned communication, you mentioned contentment. So it seems like I'm being pushed to write a book about the C's of relationship. So there's commitment, communication, contentment.
Yeah.
Wow. I think in people and conviction. Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Stability too as well. In the sense, okay, this is someone who, okay, like there's a particular stage that you get to as an adult. Yeah? See, jumping from one person to another is actually childish.
That's like crossover.
Do you understand? It's actually foolishness left to me, right? Because see, your watchword at that particular stage we're grooming ourselves to be parents, to be mothers.
Yeah.
Stability, loyalty, transparency, honesty. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that communication should be the watchword at that particular stage. Let's take for instance that, okay, I'm actually dating this lady. So if I know that I want to get married to her in let's say maybe a few months to come or maybe a few years, I should be able to be faithful to her. Practice makes perfect. If you don't start practicing it, you can't perfect yourself when you get to that marriage. What you can't change when you're in that relationship, bros, trust me, when you get into it, you find difficult.
Communication is a training ground for adulting.
Thank you. So whatever thing you start doing, you definitely become a pro.
Yeah.
So imagine, because right now I'm actually dating a lady now, and because she gets me angry or maybe something happens, I decide to jump to my side chick. You understand? To pull me off. And then when that continues, and even when I intend to get married tomorrow, and then maybe something happens between me and my wife, and then they just call somebody and like, where are you? Let's just hook up somewhere. Some lady and this thing. Or you should be able to tackle your situation between yourselves or deep within you, even without meeting anybody. At least you can actually like maybe meet someone who maybe you talk to. But honestly, going to find someone who you pull up with, man, it's really a bad idea. Because continuously, before you know it, it becomes part of you. And as you do that, then a habit, and before you know it, it tends to affect the marriage, not just the marriage and the kids as well. And then generally, all of you will be affected at the end of the day.
Wow. Home front is actually a big thing, and we are going to have this meeting again. I know the audience want to hear from you again. Already taking time in this, so just tell me some of your last words. What do you have to say? Generally, remember our topic is dating. It has brought a lot of things out. Communication. A lot of people don't communicate. You no longer like this. Me, if I no longer like your shortness, I will tell you I met a taller person. Because I love generations of Goliaths. Yes, exactly. I love it when people are tall and huge. So I will tell you properly that instead of keeping the Goliath and then keeping the short one and then compare, the short one makes me feel good. The tall one, I love exactly. Like, since you can't marry two, why keep two? What in the relationship? A lot of people tell you, even the Bible, we have First Peter and Second Peter, First John, Second John, Third John, so I can join the joint. Anyone. But I don't believe relationship should be like that. You should begin to practice faithfulness while you are single. Else, after marriage, it becomes worse. So, just let's have some concluding words from you to the audience about this. Alright, just a word.
Okay. On my part, when you feel you have gotten someone else and you are deeply in love with that person, please communicate. Don't always end a relationship. Joshua will say, don't leave a relationship broken.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Don't leave a relationship broken. Because if you do that, it will affect the next relationship. And as Christians, the Bible has told us not to keep malice with anybody. So I always say something. I say, if you want to forge on with your life, whether you want to date some ladies will say, okay, I don't want to date for obvious reasons, and you want to date them. Probably you meet a lady, you're in a relationship for 5 years, and the guy had a good intention, but you would not blame the lady who is about 32, 34. Getting to 35 or so, or a firstborn who is trying to take care of her family. So people leave relationship not because of they want to. Sometimes they love that person. You don't understand, but because of reasons that their hands are so tight. You understand? You won't blame them. You get. So if you have met someone else, communicate. Don't leave a relationship.
Exactly.
Don't leave a relationship broken. You understand? Communicate to the guy and make him understand that this is my business. You understand? It will not be easy at first.
I know it will hurt you, but this is it. Okay, I've tried to make it work, but it's not just working. I don't have anything against you, but we can't just go on. We can't take it to the next stage. It's even in an interview, there are people that are dropped in some stages. Very well. So what's your last word?
Okay, like what you said, how I wish people can actually be true to themselves when they're in a relationship. Do you understand? Before you embark on a journey, you should be sure. If I'm traveling from just maybe to Abuja today, I should be sure that I won't stop by to take instructions. You see a lot of fine trees, you see a lot of mountains, you see fine bananas, better than the ones you see in the trees. But if you make up your mind that yes, I want to be focused, I've made up my mind that this is what God will help. See, so many situations have happened that I've witnessed it. Do you understand? If you're no longer comfortable with somebody, communicate with that person, but don't lie to them. I've seen situations whereby I'm actually a victim. Someone will tell me boldly that this is it. God told me that this is it, or this is that, this is not okay. If you have someone, just clearly open up and tell me this is it. You understand? You're interested in someone else. And like what you said actually. See, you can never see someone who is complete. That person you're actually looking out for has some lapses, definitely. So everything still drives back to just be content with what you have. You should work on your differences and then try to see how you make yourselves better. If I fail to make my woman a better person, I failed as a man. And if she fails as well, she's failed as a woman. So left to me, I just believe that when you're no longer comfortable with a particular person, open up to them, don't lie to them, because that really breaks them completely.
Yes.
Like if I could actually say precisely my last relationship, I would not want to say some certain things, otherwise there are some things that I would not just want to see.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
But don't lie to somebody. Don't use God. Don't lie. It's not nice.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lady that have come as far as telling me that God is not permitting us to continue with this. And then the next moment, not knowing that you're actually keeping someone. So, wow. Do you get?
I would have said that would be true, but because of your last statement,
this is something that actually happened to me, and then I saw it with my own eyes. Do you understand? There was no point. You're no longer interested in something. Okay, this is it. Tell me. But don't lie to me and tell me God is not doing this or God is not doing that. Not knowing that. That's why they said that the heart of man is best with wicked. And you never tend to finish knowing a human being till that person dies. You understand? So I wouldn't know my wife completely till the day she dies, because in as much as I know her or my girlfriend, definitely there are times that I would not know who she is.
even when she dies, you don't know her comment. Because you don't know she went to hell or to hell.
Thank you. So the thing is just that, see, when we actually, when you want to embark on a journey, you understand? Be sure.
Yeah.
Bros, trust me, you will see women very fine past your girlfriend. You will see guys very clean past your guy. You understand? You will see those that have more money. You will see those that are more prettier. You will see those that are more intelligent. That's why they say that the beautiful ones are yet to become. And then the fine ones are even yet to come.
Probably once you used to that.
So at the end of the day, if you're kind of person that your mind is not usually settled, you don't even know what you want completely. Anyone that comes can just take you off your feet completely. You understand? And trust me, there is no man that will actually want to have a lady that any guy who comes actually you just need to stop. You understand? You to talk, just take you off. Nobody wants to have that kind of guy or that kind of thing. So I just believe that everything still drives back and just be content with whatever they have. Because you can never meet a partner who is actually complete. We only work on our differences and then we tie it together.
You know, sorry, if a person is committed, look at the story is very touching and pathetic. You know, if somebody is committed to please and please, don't be the person to support that person. You understand? You will see somebody, a lady, okay, a guy who is very faithful in a relationship, but you have made commitment, okay, please wait for me 5 years. There's some ladies say, let me finish school. Then when you finish school, this guy's money, you now decide that I've seen over
the lights.
what is his name? You know, those kind of things are very disheartening. If you are committed in a relationship, please don't go behind that shit.
Yeah.
You understand? Don't lie.
If you don't want, say it.
Say it. Open and plain. You understand? You now say you are committed in a relationship and you are cheating with another person. That is unfair. You understand? That is really unfair.
Yeah, it's actually unfair. Thank you for all your contributions. And you know, what they just said right now, we just established some series of C's: communication, commitment, conviction, and we have a lot of them. You listen to them, but the grand finale is remain focused. If you don't want, just say it plain. Don't try to fool two mature individuals. It's not fair and it doesn't make sense. Thank you very much. See you in our next video. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and thanks.